Hey, they done put me in a penthouse. Hey, I like this, man. This wow. I mean, I'm just learning stuff, so y'all know how y'all doing. Matter of fact, y'all know I ain't really like, what I mean, too computer literate, but I'm finna try something else, man. I mean, I ain't trying nothing else. It's still the same thing, algorithm. So it's just like, I just want to talk about, the people that was in prison, man, that got life sentences, man, and basically like talk to me about don't come back. You know what I mean? So a lot of us, out here say, I ain't going back to prison. But then when life get heavy, you know what I mean? The eviction papers in your hand, relationships falling apart, money running low, feel like you ain't got nobody to turn to. That's when them old ways start calling us back, right? That's when recidivism hits a little harder. You know what I mean? But I think back to when the dudes in prison, with life sentence, pulled me to the side, like, man, bro, you come back in here, man. Live your life, make it mean something, right? You know what I mean? So, and I remember when I was getting out, right? Like it was COVID, so everybody was on lockdown. Like my celly can tell you, like he out right now too. He had a life sentence, you know what I mean? But it was COVID, man, and so everybody was locked down, but they let me go like in the afternoon, like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock or something, because everybody, I remember all the people was gone, but they were knocking on the window, Corey, white water, rainwater, Corey, white water, rainwater. And I couldn't even look back. And not because I couldn't look back, because they say don't ever look back. Couldn't look back because that shit hurt me to my heart, man. Knowing that I can leave and then they can't. Like, but I know everybody got their own path, but that shit had messed me up. But those voices like keep me steady, like when the walls like outside feel like they closing in, just like the ones inside. And it ain't enough to just stay out of prison. A lot of people never been locked up at all, but they still living in prison on their own. So it's like we just gotta want more than just freedom from bars, like being locked up. Like I think we gotta focus on our purpose, like love, stability, peace. Like kind of like for us, like the dudes that been locked up, like it's a lot of stuff that got embedded in us for trying to like, what I mean, survive, like just period. So I find myself like, mm, damn, you know what I'm gonna use? Ooh, this is a good one. I find myself right now, like when you go solar and you leave your power company, they put a solar panel, they call it net metering. So they put a net meter next to your next to your power meter, except the power meter goes forward and the solar meter goes backward. So the solar meter is storing energy. So I feel like I swear that it's got to be something that goes on inside of us. Well, I know exactly what it is, but you got to know yourself. You know what I mean? That's like a solar panel. So you really, I mean, you can still use your electricity if you want to, but you ain't got to. That's on you. But I think metaphorically, you can still do what you want to do in the world, but you know what come with it. So here go my poem for it, cause I got that jug one in. You know what I mean? Some brothers say I ain't going back. Like freedom's a trophy just to guard the track. But stand out ain't the finish line. If you don't build more, you just wasting time. See, not getting locked up ain't reason alone. What about the dream? that you never owned? What about the kids who need your hand or the legacy you carve when you take your stand? Because plenty of folks ain't touched no cell, but they still living in cages they built themselves. Prison of poverty, prison of hate, prison of envy, but prison of faith. And your only pain, no, if your only pain is to dodge that gate, you still in a motherfucker cycle. You still tempt fate. But if you hunger for peace, for wait, for more, that's when you step through a different door. I learned the hard way. Survival ain't life. I needed vision sharper than a knife. And not just to avoid where I used to dwell, but to taste heaven now, not just hell. So don't just chant, I ain't going back. Ask yourself deep, what path I track? What more than freedom? Want truth, want gain. Only then the chains fall off our brain. So my message today, right? Basically, freedom ain't just not being locked up. It's about building a life worth living. And to anybody going through like a eviction, losing relationships with everybody damn near that you supposed to be locked in with, you know what I mean? You know how it go. Like if you ain't really on yourself like that, you can't really allow nobody else to like get on you like that. So that's how I felt about it. Like heartbreak, like trying to be clean, period. Like trying to just stay focused to be out, like trying not to slip back. Like that shit gets agitating to a certain point if you're not really in tune. But you got to remember what the life dudes told you, us, man. Don't come back. I'm sure you remember that shit. So honor them words by doing more than surviving. Do more than dodge prison and live more than bars, man. You know what I mean? There's got to be a way. And you got to pay attention to your levels. So if you've been in prison one time and you got caught with a certain amount of dope, if you go to prison the next time when you get out, every time you get out, basically, they're going to introduce somebody to you with more, just a little bit, until you get about that third time where they know if they catch you one more time or that second time in certain states like California. But they know how to put somebody right in front of you to give you exactly what you need. So when you go in front of that judge, it all adds up to give you exactly how much time they want you to have. And then they're gonna put you exactly who they want you to be around. And then they're gonna watch your ass on the computer. And everything you get in is gonna be entertainment, even if you survive. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that. You know what I mean? Oh, and I mentioned my tarot readers.